Is not only a day, it is the day at Homer Center High School today. Jody Rainey, the principal, joins us, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 4 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. It is a special day for Homer Center High. Jody, good morning.
That's a special week, Todd. Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. And you guys, I guess, are all duded up today, huh?
We are today, which is we have our homecoming this weekend, and so obviously we have our Spirit Week activities, and so today is Red Carpet Day. So Mr. Rocky, our assistant principal, rallied all the male teachers, the vast majority of us anyhow, and so we're wearing the Class A uniform today. We got the shirt, tie, coat, we got the suits on, so got some interesting stuff going on here today. We're on the red carpet down here. We're pretty important people down here today, Todd.
Well, I told you before that maybe not let Rodkey into the picture because maybe he doesn't clean up as nice. But Franciscus is there, and him, people who watch Indiana High girls basketball, they know that guy can wear a suit.
He does. He has the Lavendor on today, and he walked in this morning. Actually, one of our students had a backpack on that he probably could have blended right in and camouflaged right in for him. I was trying to talk her into letting him wear it today, but she said she needed it so she could actually do some stuff in class today. So, unfortunately, but I think it's really and it's a fun week, obviously, Todd, because the kids are into it, and then when the staff gets into it, it's just It just really creates a great atmosphere and stuff like that, and it was a great lead into our homecoming and our festivities for the weekend and stuff. So, yeah, I'm just it's a good vibe going on this year, and this just adds to it. It's a fun experience. We had Adam Sandler Day on Monday, and so so everybody dressed up as one of the Adam Sandler characters in the movie and stuff, different movies he did and stuff like that. So, and yesterday was Teen Beach Movie Day, which I've never seen, so wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to do there. So I have a whistle I wear, so I just strapped the whistle around me. I figured the whistle had to have something to do with the beach, but we're having a lot of fun. The kids are off to a great start in the classrooms and stuff like that. And it's like I said before to you, it's just a really good vibe going on, and just really really enjoying this year and this group of kids and just how hard they're working and just how they're getting involved.
Yeah, absolutely. A whole school full of Happy Gilmores, and then you and your Baywatch stuff. So yeah, that would be great. But it is important as well to the kids to get into the spirit of the school and of the school year. This is very helpful to them.
It is, and when you have that camaraderie that you build, and I've said this to you numerous times. I really think that everything that happens in education or anything in life starts with relationships, and so when you have that respect, when students and when any human being, when people care about you and they are invested in support you, you perform better. I mean, I know I do. And it's like I said, it's just, and these are fun ways you see the staff and the students interacting, and we have our battle of the classes on Friday, and it's a lot of fun. It's just an exciting time here.
Yeah. All right. So you are into the second month of the school year already, and they go along so fast. So in this past month at Homer Center High in particular, things have gone well, you say?
It has, really well. And, we have, challenges. That's every day. I don't care what you do for a living. Every day you have some challenges. But, where there's challenges, there are also rest opportunities. And, and so it's, so far I have said this before, it's probably I've been here, this is year 18 for me at Homer Center, and it's probably one of the smoothest starts to a year that I've ever experienced here at Homer Center.
It's interesting you say that, because I've had other school directors and superintendents tell me the same thing in their schools. Things just seem to be very, very smooth now. And I don't know that that's an offshoot of being a year further away from the pandemic. But I think people, whether they're in leadership roles or you're a student at a school, the further away you get from that sort of a disruption and the more normalized a school day becomes, the better it's going to be for everybody.
Yeah, Well, I think so too, and I do think too it has a lot to do with communication, across the whole system. From us as the boots on the ground per se inside our buildings, and communicating to our central office, our superintendent, to our board, kind of communicating back and forth. It's when the communication is there and everyone's rowing the boat the same way, and we all have the same basic purpose, and that is, I always say, I just want my kids to be not only better, I want them to be better students and better people every day. And sometimes we don't hit that goal, but if we hit it more than we miss it, we'll be okay. And I think if we look at learning, like learning is constant. And what I mean by that is like every experience that you have, positive, negative, neutral, it's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and just to be a better version of yourself than you were before all those things happened. And so if you tack every situation as an opportunity to learn and grow, personal accountability and responsibility, if you develop those characteristics and those habits, and then good things happen. And it's also too, I think it's, informing, communicating, with parents and families and things of that nature. It's when everyone in the system is working for the best interest of every student, positive things are going to happen.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to ask you about something that I know that it's really been boosted in the last couple of years. The media, the video department, and the program itself. I know that we utilize a lot of the Homer Center folks who get involved in our Renda Digital TV broadcasts at the football games on Friday night. That program is really gaining speed, isn't it?
It is. And obviously, with the grant from Broadcaster Association and last year, and the ability to pick up some, different equipment and things that we needed through that grant. In each year, we get a little stronger and stronger, and so our students are really getting into the production end of it. And not only just in the visual media and stuff like that, like broadcast media, but we're looking at, like, we have the ability to do podcasting and a lot of audio, studio type work. And like I was talking to Mark on our football game at halftime against Penn's Manor, I went up in the booth and had a little time with him on air. Just kind of continuing to foster and grow that relationship between us and Renda a little stronger, where, we're having people like you, like Mark, the other, people that work up there to come down. And really, one of the things I'd like to see us do is, like, there's a lot of prep work taught, I'm sure, into, like, you interview lots of people. That just you just don't wing it. You're thinking about that stuff, and you're doing some prep work leading into it. And I'd really like to see our kids get stronger in that realm and understand the amount of research and prep work it goes into, a production. I think they have a very base understanding of that, but I'd like to see them gain a greater understanding and then also have them apply that and put it into practice when they're doing the shows and the productions that we do, to put that into that part of the production.
Yeah, and I know that in the past couple of years, we've had folks from that department come by here and talk with us for the PAB, and just to see the way that they work it is really interesting from our standpoint too, to see the amount of work that they put into it and how excited the kids are about the program. They really have embraced it.
Oh, they have. It's one of our most popular programs here at our school for sure, and and then when you start seeing, we try to divide it into 4 different segments, like freshman, sophomore. So you start out in introduction, we go to advanced, and we have productions 1 and 2. But it's like when you see some of the kids that have been in the program that have gotten into maybe their 3rd year, helping those kids that are in their 1st year and do the different broadcasting. We broadcast our announcements every morning, like a lot of schools do now. But just to see that the people that are taking a lot of pride in that program and are trying to pour into the younger kids. That's really nice to see. When you got, I always say, when you got teachers and talking teaching, and you got students helping students, you got something special going on in your school, and we definitely have that in our media program.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to watch it develop, and to see where it's going is really going to be exciting and interesting as this year goes along. Academically, of course, Homer Center keeps plugging along, and sometimes I think we take for granted that the teachers are in the classroom every day and they're putting in the work. Students might think that it's a little bit of drudgery, but it's not. It's a part of their development as students, and a part of their development overall as human beings. And so those things that we might take for granted as part of a typical school day that aren't real special events, they're extremely important.
And I think it's developing that relationship and respect. I think one of the things that happen, our students, I think, are very cognizant of the efforts that our teachers put into planning and delivering quality lessons every day. My goal every day for my staff is our kids think critically and independently every day in every class. But when our teachers do that and deliver, and the extra time that they'll put in with them, like we have our flex period, we call it BUG. It's like basically a school-wide study period, and where kids can go and get extra help as they need it. And they see the teachers pouring into that, or I know even we've been talking a lot about our AP courses, and we have our sophomores can take an AP course. That's the first one they take, and they just had a test where the teacher's like, hey, here's a sample essay. Go ahead and practice on that. Give it back to me. I'll give you feedback, because how that looks and stuff in an advanced placement class is a little different than it looks just in your traditional, say, history or math class. And so just those little extra things that those teachers are doing to help those kids better prepare and assess their knowledge and their skills versus their ability just to navigate a more different looking, maybe more challenging assessment and things like that. So when the kids recognize that effort the teachers put in, and then they also take advantage of the extra opportunities, that makes the teachers work harder. It makes the kids appreciate it more, and that just snowballs into something positive. And, so like you said, though, it is absolutely, I think that, the recognition, I think one of the things I'm really proud of our kids in our school is I think they truly respect and acknowledge the amount of work that our teachers put in, not only during the school day, but outside the school day, to help them become better prepared as students and just people. It's phenomenal to watch.
Jody Rainey, Homer Center School District. Enjoy Red Carpet Day. Make them all proud.
We will. And Todd, just a real quick announcement too. We have financial aid night tomorrow night. That'd be for parents of juniors and seniors and kids that are looking for, obviously, how to maybe fund post-secondary education opportunities. That'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. It's financial aid night at the high school LGI at 6 o'clock tomorrow night for anybody out there that, having two kids go to college, it's worth your time to come out, because you'll need all the advice and help you can get.
Absolutely. All right, Jody. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Bud. You have a great day.
You too. Jody Rainey, the Homer Center Schools. It is Spirit Day there today. It's the voice of Indiana County. WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. So Fox News is coming up next at the top of the hour, and then we will follow that with a brief look at news from our WCCS newsroom with Josh Woodison, and then it is on to the Brian Kilmeade Show. And then remember Pirates baseball on the air tonight. Paul Skeen's final appearance of the season for the Buccos. His last scheduled pitching day is against the Reds tonight in Hunter Green. A great pitching matchup. 6:15 is your airtime here on WCCS.